All right, YouTube, Smyrna Backwoods Armor Defense here with you. Got another gun review. Still in my parents' house. It's still Cancun week. Although by the time I upload these videos, it'll be like 4 months behind. So you'll be like, how long has his parents been gone to Cancun? So, what I have for you today is the one I've been really wanting to show y'all. And Dad got this gun. Well, let's talk about it. When he first went to get it, I didn't know why he wanted it. It's .380, and by the bag you can tell because he gets a bag for every gun. So it's obviously a Beretta. And if you watch some other videos, you know it's a Beretta 84 FS Cheetah. But so we went to go get it, and I asked him why. And when we first started looking for this gun that day, I checked Gander Mountain, I checked Bass Pro, I checked a lot of places, and even local Nashville gun shops that aren't that big, but they're gun shops. I checked Guns and Leather in Greenbrier, you know, my favorite place to go. I checked Guns and Leather that's in Hendersonville, and they didn't have it. So I thought, damn, who's going to have this thing? And I finally called Outpost Armory out in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, or Christiana, Tennessee. And if you've never been to Outpost Armory, please go. Outpost Armory has everything under the sun you could think of. From holsters, cleaning equipment, guns, targets, cases. They even have a gold-plated Gatling gun. You can't buy it, but it's cool to look at. You know, Barrett's right behind them in that big old warehouse. Outpost Armory, I mean, first time we ever went in there, ammo, oh yeah, ammo, you want it, they got it. First time me and my dad went in there, we were kids in a candy store. It was magical. It's a magical place. Quote Phil Coulson, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Magical place. Outpost Armory, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Christiana, Tennessee. Go check it out if you are anywhere close to there or in town, you know, if you're in town for vacation, visiting family, whatever. If you're a tourist going downtown Nashville, get away from downtown. If you're a gun enthusiast, and go Murfreesboro Outpost Armory from downtown or the Nashville area is probably an hour, hour and a half. So, I mean, take the time because when you go, you're going to be stuck there for a while if you're just looking around because there's so much to look at. When we first got there, we walked to one side. And the guy stopped and said, what are you looking for? And I said, oh, we're looking for a Beretta 84 FS Cheetah. He said, okay, we don't want to go over here. This side over here is the high expensive gun. So we didn't know what that meant. We haven't even been over there yet. So we may have to take another trip back and go. But we got over there finally, and I'd called ahead of time. They had been holding it. So when the moral of the story is when I asked Dad why he wanted this gun, so they said, oh, it's a James Bond gun. So he amazes me sometimes. But he got his gun anyways. The James Bond gun is what he likes to call it. Beretta 84 FS Cheetah. They do come in like an all black, but he spent the extra money and got the entire nickel plated with the wood grip handles. So I really like this gun. It does get really dirty. I mean, all the debris and everything does kind of hang around. So when you clean it up, it's going to look a lot better. But it holds 13 rounds, double stack magazines. It does have an exposed hammer that you can see the safety is right there. The safety is ambidextrous. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah. Okay. See, so I can show you right there. That's the safety. It's ambidextrous. The slide stop, however, is not. The slide stop is only on the left side of the gun. So once again, left-handed shooters, you're probably not going to like that. The mag release is also on the left side of the gun. I do like that mag release. The way it flows with the hand, the way the whole grip flows with the hand is actually really nice. It actually has a curve here at the bottom and then kind of a slight curve at the top, like a curve out. And this has a curve out. But this one has like a curve out and then curves back in. I mean, you get a really good grip. I like it. It does have some long serrations right there, kind of give you something to hold on to. And it also has them in the back. Does have a beaver tail, you know, for the 1911 guys that like having that beaver tail with no grip safety. So I really like this gun. A lot of safety features on this gun actually, to prevent you from negligent discharges and from maybe like me, I have a 2-year-old daughter, so there are safeties to this where she will never get a hold of mine because mine are in a safe, and there's a video on that I've probably posted by now, hopefully, if I'm not being lazy. But there's lots of cool safety. So without any magazine, this does not do anything. No firing pin is released. I mean, without any magazine, it won't do anything. So even with the magazine, we have our safety. With the safety arm, I can't even cock the hammer back. If I push the safety down, I can cock the hammer. And I don't know how many people know this, but I was messing with this gun the other day, and you can actually decock this gun. So if you think of the SIGs, they've got your mag release, your slide stop, and then they have that little handle in the middle that actually is your decocker. But I was just playing around with this the other day, and you can actually, you see how the trigger has a little play in it? If you push the safety up, you see it won't cover all the red. It won't cover all the red. It won't actually let the safety go all the way up. If you pull back on the hammer all the way to where it touches, and that trigger, you see it still moves with it. If you touch that trigger to the back of this beaver tail and then push the safety all the way up where it covers the red, it'll actually decock the hammer and leave it, instead of it being right against where it strikes the firing pin, it actually is back just a little bit. So then now that the safety is back on, I still can't cock the hammer. Unless I put the safety back off, then I can recock it. And then I can just, like I said, I can do the vice versa of that and decock it. So it can be decocked. It just takes a little bit extra. So if you're one of those that want to decock your hammer, this gun will allow you to do it. If somebody tells you it won't, I promise you it will. So great gun. It shoots really good. As far as the trigger pull on it, from a single action standpoint, not bad. A double action. There is no wall, it's just a long continuous pull, probably around 6 to 7 ounces. As far as a reset, all the way. I mean, there is no quick reset on this. It's a full travel. Right there. It's a full travel trigger. So you might not like that. I really like this gun. As far as the sights, you can see it's a little red dot up front and then a bigger red like U in the back. So to me, that's pretty cool. Like I said, it's different. I like it. It shoots really good for me. Dad has a little trouble with it. It is what it is. As far as breaking this gun down, I'm going to rack the slide back, and then here's your takedown lever. But to release the takedown lever, there's this little pin on here on the back, and what it does, the pin pushes the other side of it. You can see that. So I'm pushing it right here. Where is it at? There it is. Pushing it, and it's pushing it out here. So that allows you to turn down your takedown lever. It's a little tough. So just give me a second. Maybe. Alright, so then you get your takedown lever pushed down from here to here. Make sure the magazine is out of it. It will not let the slide come off if the magazine is in it. Another safety feature. So then you can release the slide lock and the slide will come off the frame. And you have a steel guide rod, which is really good. It's not plastic. And you have your barrel and your frame. Now when you go to put it back, here's where it gets a little tricky. When we first watched the video of the guy that works at Beretta, we figured, okay, he works for Beretta. He's got to know what he's talking about. And he does. He is very knowledgeable. Don't get me wrong. But the first scenario he talked about was locking it all the way back, just like how we took it down, which is fine. And he said, then you can push this button and it'll release this. But we tried that and never did. So then he talked about there was another, you have to kind of push it up a little bit and get it to a certain spot, kind of like on a 1911. But that's not true. That's really not true. The problem is in the barrel. So you can see, well, I'm going to try to make it where you can see. But there's a gap between the barrel and the frame. It's right down in there. It's kind of hard. Let me see if I can zoom in. See if I can get there. This is really hard. You can see a little bit of a gap. So what you do, just make sure your barrel, you hear that click. Make sure that barrel clicks all the way back. Make sure it's all the way back. And it makes it a whole lot easier. And there you go. That's how you take down, field strip, and reassemble a Beretta 84 FS Cheetah. So I hope this helps. If you have one and are constantly have tried to figure it out without YouTube help, but I gave it to you right here. So I hope you enjoy this. And I'll see you on the next one.